The Armor Up campaign is a battle cry. It is a movement, and my goal is to get people moving, to get people ready. It's not about the skinny jeans.
This is about life. This is about watching your kids grow up. This,
I feel great,
is about survival.
Think about how to get your body in the best physical condition for any life-threatening illness that could come your way.
Are you physically prepared? I'm a mom, a wife, a journalist, and I spent all of 2014 separated from my then 2-year-old son.
That is our friend and fighter, Loriana Hernandez. She's in town this weekend for a conference, which means we can't let her come to Austin without stopping by Fox 7. Loriana, it is beyond good to have you here.
Oh, it's so good to see you. And I always start off crying every time you guys have me on, because it is very hard to look back for any cancer survivor and look back at the person you used to be, the way when you felt great and you felt like you looked great and everything seemed to be going your way, and then life takes you on a downward spiral and you have to learn how to get back up.
In a moment's notice.
Yeah, so seeing that video and you saw some of the pictures, that was when I worked here at Fox, and not only was I an anchor, but I did health and fitness stories, and I told people how to go out and get fit. And everything I said was, I had a clean eating segment. You remember on Good Day?
Yeah, and you would shove veggies down Mike Warren's, or try to.
Yeah, and Dave and Zach, and everything was about eating clean, which is still so important. But I also was that person that I was kind of in denial. Here's pictures. You think you go through cancer and you're going to come out thinner, and once the last drip of chemo goes through your veins, that you're all of a sudden, if you're a survivor, then poof, you're going to feel amazing. And the journey, I must say, and anybody out there who's witnessed it or gone through it, it is an incredibly difficult journey, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I have struggled with depression. It's a big struggle because in your mind, you want to be that person, and you look at the pictures and you can't get back there.
There are so many people, even when I'm out and about in town, who love you dearly and who ask, how's Loriana doing? What's the latest? How's your update?
Overall, I'm doing great, and I feel very blessed because I've had a lot of people I've lost who've gone through transplant with me. And so it really reminds me of life and how I should treasure it. It hasn't been easy, I will say that every day, it was my new haircut, I have
Which
to
looks fabulous.
swoop it out of my eyes. I can't color it, so I'm keeping it short. But it reminds you every single day how difficult it is. I'll go out and try to do the intense workouts I used to do, but I'm exhausted after that. I can't do a lot more. And it's challenging, but I know I have to continue to stay fit, not only to stay in remission, but if God forbid that day comes and I'm called back into the ring and it comes back, because for AML leukemia, there is no cure.
A big part of what you're focusing on now, besides your precious son and your family, Armor Up. What is the basis for that campaign that you're so passionate about?
Armor Up came about when my doctor, when I checked in, it was in January 2014, I left here to join my husband in DC because I thought I was going to leave to go join him. Little did I know I was going to spend a whole year in Johns Hopkins with these wonderful nurses. And armoring up, when I thought, after all the stories I'd covered, I thought maybe I would get chemo for a few days and I'd see my son. And he said, there's my hair I loved. He said, honey, you have to armor up. You're going to be here for a year if you get out alive. And it sank in, and I was just in shock, and I cried and didn't know if I'd ever see my son again. And when I knew Armor Up, because I cried to him and said, look, why did I eat clean? Why did I do all this? Like, for what? I should have gone out and had burgers and sat around. And he said, no, you armored up, and the reason you're fit is the reason you're going to be able to fight. He said, because a lot of people don't come out of here alive. And you're either going to get this dose of chemo or this dose. And every week they would wheel up the EKG, find out how much chemo could run through my chest into my heart. And I was so fit, they were able to go beyond the standard amount. So that's why I armored up.
Yeah. And the principles of armoring up, it's not just clean eating, but also exercising and getting spiritually fit and financially fit.
Yes, and your lifestyle. Because another thing a doctor told me, you can have all the clean green drinks you have and do all the exercise. If you're not sleeping, if you're not taking time to relax, sleep restores the cells, sleep or lack of sleep depletes the bone marrow. You're opening yourself up to all the environmental factors that makes you susceptible to cancer. sleep can be a big problem. So the third component, diet, exercise, lifestyle. Make memories because you don't know how much time you have, whether you have cancer or you don't.
Every
Take
day
time
is
to
a gift.
relax and get spiritually and financially fit so you're mentally prepared for this. 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women will face some sort of cancer in their lifetime. If that's not a reason to armor up and get prepared, I don't know what is. And if it's not cancer, you're going to face some sort of challenge. So I tell you, when you're looking at that food and making that decision of whether you're going to eat something good for you or bad for you, or you're working yourself to the bone and you're not relaxing or taking a break to meditate or do something,
Self-care.
that you're inviting problems. And so you want to get fit, get prepared, because if cancer knocks on your door, you don't want to have loved ones at home and them saying, you know what, you really need this huge bag of chemo, but you're not fit enough, so we're going to give you a small bag because we have to tiptoe around diabetes, obesity.
And you're here you're going to be speaking tonight
Yes.
at a conference. Tell me a little bit about that.
Pure Action is an amazing nonprofit, and they're having a yoga research conference, and they've invited a number of speakers to come talk about how yoga is medicine, movement is medicine, exercise is medicine, and I'm so honored that the Armor Up campaign has been invited to be part of this. So I'm going to be speaking tonight at Zach Scott Theater. It starts at 6:30.
There's still tickets
There's
available.
still tickets available. You can go, and I hope I expect it to be a great event. It's been a 3-day yoga event with different talks, like TED-style
Which is
talks woven
amazing.
in between.
And your family, I mean, your husband is doing an Armor Up event this morning on the East
in the
Coast.
DC area, he is manning a booth for me.
Team effort.
Team
there.
effort.
And your loved ones here. I know you've seen squeezed a lot of visits in this weekend.
And we've officially become a nonprofit. So
which is amazing.
yes, so check out armorupcampaign.com, armorupforlife.org. And you can take part. We'll spread the message. We need to get more people on the bone marrow donor list.
Absolutely. That saved your life.
I am so happy to be here.
Hug. We are so glad that you're here and
And I
doing well.
missed everyone. Thank you for all the support. I have a bone marrow biopsy next Friday, and
We'll be
not going
saying
to
a
cry
prayer.
over that, but that determines whether I go back in or go home to my family. So I need lots of prayers.
Lots of prayers. You heard her call for those prayers. Loriana, it's so good to see you.
So
and we're
good to
so glad
see you
you're here.
too. Love you guys.
We'll be right back.